What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live to talk about the upcoming DraftKings NBA slate. So basically, we're gonna break this down, see who we like, see who we don't like, so on and so forth. It's a good slate to start off with. I don't really mind it. There's a couple plays I'm really uncertain on. There's a couple plays I like though. This Houston team is the main question for tonight to see how that plays out with a ton of players in quarantine. So that will determine how the slate goes about. So let's just start it off at the point guard position. James Harden. He's a lock for me. I like him a ton. I like his upside. He's gonna have to carry this team even more so now with nobody to help him. Literally with no John Wall, with no Boogie Cousins, with no Eric Gordon. There's a ton of guys out. So I'm paying that price point, 10,900. I'm paying it. I don't mind it at all. I love it. Give me it. Ben Simmons, he's a little iffy when I can get to James Harden instead. I don't know if I like Ben Simmons a ton versus New York. I think the blowout's there. I don't know how I feel about him. I'm not really on him. Damian Lillard versus Houston, you can run it back with Damian Lillard in this game. I don't mind that run back option at all. De'Aaron Fox, the price tag's high to me, just like Donovan Mitchell. I don't like them too at all. Just like SGA, his price went up. A lot of players are priced really high to me, which is why I'm off of them. CJ McCollum, again, high price. I don't want to pay 7,800 for CJ McCollum when I can go to a Malcolm Brogdon at 7,400 that I'm much rather play versus Chicago, who can staff the stuff sheet or stuff the stat sheet. My bad. From the elite, I don't mind that at all either. Terry Rozier had a big game. I don't mind chasing that big game at all. I think he can certainly do it against OKC. Victor Oladipo, high price, so is Kobe White based on his last games. Devontae Graham, I don't mind 6,700. I would pay that certainly. DeJounte Murray with no Derek White, I'm on that one easily. I love that play, and that's what I'm mainly looking at. I don't mind Killian Hayes at 5,000. I don't mind Corey Joseph for a value of 4,700. My nose is stuffy. Sorry, guys. It's not COVID, I promise. It's just allergies. George Hill, 3,400. I definitely like that based on his minutes, 28 minutes. I love it, honestly. I don't mind this play at all. George Hill is definitely a guy I'm looking at based on his recent games. Going down to shooting guard, again, James Harden. Bradley Beal potentially without Russell Westbrook and Devontae Bertans. I would love that play. I lock and load him. Zach LaVine, I like him a ton based on his last few games also. He's basically stepped up for Kobe White. I like Zach LaVine at 8,900. Donovan Mitchell, again, higher priced. I don't like it. Colin Sexton, his price went up. I don't like that either. I'd rather play him in the 5,000 range. Buddy Hield, I don't mind it. Instead of 100. RJ Barrett, high priced. Malcolm Beasley, I don't trust it at 5,800. Shaq Milton, I don't trust it. Just like Steph Curry or Seth Curry, I don't like it. I like Anthony Edwards at 5,200. I would definitely play him if you need a value. I would play Deleon Wright as a value easily also at 4,500. And that's what I'm mainly looking at for the shooting guard position. Moving on to shooting forward. Gordon Hayward, we know where the offense is going to go to with this Hornets team. I don't mind Gordon Hayward, just like Rozier and Graham. Buddy Hield again, I wouldn't mind it. Tobias Harris had an awful shooting day. And yes, I did play him, and man, I was regretting it as soon as I saw him shoot the ball. He cannot hit a shot at all to save his life. TJ Warren, I don't like it based on that foot. That foot still scares me. Mikal Bridges is definitely a value I'm looking at also at 6,100. Scrolling down, Mikal Bridges or Miles Bridges again, I don't mind that. I don't mind Cam Johnson, who looked good in the 30 minutes he played. Daniel House is definitely a value I'm loving at 4,700. Patrick Williams stepped up, but do you trust the price point? Okura, I like starting for 30 minutes easily at 4,400. That's shooting forward for you. Power forward, Sabonis, lock and load him. I love him on every single slate when he's on here. I'd much rather get to him than Pascal Siakam. DeRozan, do you trust it? Yes or no? I don't. Julius Randle, I don't mind, but it's against Philly. It's a tough matchup. Larry Nance is a guy I'm loving. If no, Kevin Love. Lauri Markkanen, his price skyrocketed from 48 to 6,400. Al Horford, I like at 6,100 as a value as a mid-range play. Bagley is a mid-range play. I don't mind either. Rudy Gay didn't play more than 20 minutes last game. I'm off of that. I don't mind Baisley, where we know where the offense is going to go through. That's where I'm going for power forward. Moving on to center. Last but not least, center. Joel Embiid. If you have the salary to play him and Harden in the lineup, do it. Try to figure it out. But for me, it's either Harden or Embiid. I like Harden more, but I don't wouldn't mind Embiid either. Cat, I'd rather play Embiid much. I'd rather play Embiid much slate. Vucevic, do you trust it? Yes or no? Against Washington, we know how that goes. It's against Washington, the horrible defense team, but it's 9,100. I don't know if he can pay off that price tag when I'd much rather get to Sabonis. DeAndre Ayton, foul trouble was basically awful for him last slate. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather go back to Sabonis again at 8,500, but I could see you getting to some Ayton. Blake Griffin, never in my life am I playing Blake Griffin. Larry Nance, I like Larry Nance at 6,800 with no love, like I was saying earlier. Horford, Christian Wood is definitely a guy I'm playing in cash. He's going to have to step up for this team with Harden. Him and Harden are going to go off on the slate. I can already see it now. Give me some Christian Wood. PJ Tucker, I wouldn't mind getting to either, who's going to need to step up. Miles, or not Miles Plumlee, Mason Plumlee. There's so many Plumlee brothers. I like him for Detroit. I like PJ Washington with no Zeller now. And a value I'm looking at is Biombo all the way down here at 3,600. I like him a ton. Who's going to have to step up with no Zeller? His minutes are going to skyrocket. Hassan Whiteside is a good point per minute monster if you want to get to him, but I'd rather get to Biombo for 400 cheaper. And that's where I'm looking at for this slate. So that pretty much wraps up for me, guys. Hit the like button for me, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps me out a ton, as y'all know. I hope everybody had a safe and good holidays. I hope Christmas went well. I was at work. It was busy, as y'all know. But like I said, guys, I hope everybody had a good and safe holidays. And I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one, everybody.